Level 1, the baseline. Your cortisol follows a rhythm you don't know exists. It peaks around 8 in the morning, pulling you out of sleep before your alarm goes off. It drops through the afternoon. It falls low at night so you can rest. This is called the diurnal rhythm. It is your body's internal clock, calibrated over millions of years of evolution to match the pattern of light and danger and rest. You are 22 years old. You sleep 8 hours. You wake up rested. You eat when you're hungry. You have stress, but it passes. You argue with a friend, and then you don't. You miss a deadline, and then you meet the next one. Your body releases cortisol for each of these moments and then pulls it back. The system works. The recovery is real. You don't know this is what health feels like. You won't know until it's gone. Level 2, the first alarm. Something changes. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a relationship that starts demanding more than you have. Maybe it's money, the slow creep of numbers that don't add up no matter how many times you run them. Your body treats these things the same way it treats a predator. It releases cortisol. Your heart rate climbs. Your blood pressure rises. Digestion slows. Your immune system downregulates. Energy is redirected to your muscles, your lungs, your ability to fight or run. This is brilliant engineering for a world with predators. It is less optimal for a world with performance reviews and overdue invoices. The alarm is not wrong. The alarm is doing exactly what it was built to do. The problem is that the alarm is never turning off. Level 3, the new normal. You have been under pressure for 6 months. Your body has stopped treating the cortisol spike as an emergency and started treating it as the baseline. Your morning peak is higher now. Your nighttime drop is shallower. You don't fall into deep sleep the way you used to. You wake at 3 a.m. for reasons you can't name and lie in the dark while your mind produces problems for you to solve. You solve them. They are replaced by more problems. You have developed what people around you call intensity. You are sharp. You are productive. You work faster than your colleagues. You feel the hum of it, the constant low electricity that you mistake for capability. You are not producing more. You are spending more. There is a difference. You don't know it yet. Level 4, the gap. Your body starts making choices without consulting you. Fat begins accumulating around your abdomen. Not because of what you eat, though you are eating worse now, faster and cheaper, and later in the day, because cortisol signals the body to store energy centrally for quick access. Your appetite is disordered. Sometimes you eat nothing until evening and then eat everything. Sometimes you want sugar with a ferocity that doesn't feel like hunger. It feels like need. Your skin breaks out. You lose hair you thought was permanent. Small illnesses stick around longer than they should. A cold that should take 4 days takes 12. Your immune system is suppressed because immunity is expensive and your body is already overspending. You push through. You tell yourself this is temporary. You tell yourself things will calm down after this project, after this quarter, after this year. The goalposts move. They always move. Level 5, the erosion. You no longer remember what rested feels like. You remember the word but not the sensation. You've been drinking coffee since your mid-20s, but now you drink it to achieve neutral. 3 cups to feel functional. 5 to feel human. You sleep 6 hours and wake up exhausted. You sleep 7 hours and wake up exhausted. Sleep is no longer recovering you because your cortisol won't drop low enough at night to allow the deep stages where repair actually happens. Your body is stuck in a threat posture. It does not know how to stand down. You are irritable in ways you try to manage. You snap at people and then apologize. You apologize constantly. Small things feel enormous. A misread email produces the same cortisol response as an actual conflict. You cannot distinguish between them anymore. The signal and the noise have merged. Level 6, the body's invoice. Your doctor says your blood pressure is elevated. Not dangerously, but worth watching. Your fasting blood sugar is at the high end of normal. Your testosterone or estrogen, depending on your body, has dropped without explanation. Your cholesterol is a number your doctor delivers with a tone that means something. You tell the doctor you've been stressed. The doctor nods and tells you to reduce stress and exercise more. You nod back. You both know you won't, not because you lack willpower, because the system consuming your cortisol has no off switch and you haven't found the door yet. Your memory is unreliable now. You forget conversations. You lose words mid-sentence. You reread the same paragraph 3 times. The hippocampus, which handles memory formation, is dense with cortisol receptors. Sustained high cortisol begins to shrink it. The organ that records your life is being quietly dismantled by the hormone that was supposed to protect it. Level 7, the wall. You hit it without warning. One morning you wake up and you cannot make yourself care. It isn't sadness exactly. It is the absence of something. You go to work. You do the tasks. You answer the emails. But you are operating from somewhere behind your eyes, watching yourself perform a simulation of functioning. This is what burnout actually is. Not exhaustion, not stress. It is the shutdown of the motivational system. Dopamine production has been suppressed for so long by sustained cortisol that the reward circuitry no longer fires properly. Things that used to feel meaningful feel like nothing. You are not depressed. You are depleted. Depression and depletion look identical from the outside. From the inside, there is a difference. Depression tells you things are bad. Depletion tells you nothing at all. Level 8, the collapse. Something breaks, a relationship, a job, a body part that gives out under too much load. The back that finally goes, the heart that starts doing things the hearts shouldn't do. The panic attack in a parking garage that you spend the next hour convincing yourself was not a panic attack. You go to a doctor, maybe several. They find the blood pressure, the blood sugar, the cortisol level in a 24-hour urine test that comes back elevated. They use words like chronic stress response and HPA axis dysregulation, and you nod. You've spent years inside this system, and this is the first time someone has given it a name. The name does not fix it, but the name makes it real. And real means you can stop pretending it isn't there. Level 9, the long way back. Recovery from chronic cortisol dysregulation is not dramatic. It is not a moment. It is a direction. You sleep more than feels reasonable. You stop fighting the tiredness. You eat with more attention. You reduce what you can reduce and grieve what you cannot. You exercise, but not to punish yourself. You learn the difference. Your nervous system slowly recalibrates. The nighttime cortisol drop deepens. The 3 a.m. waking becomes less frequent. You start dreaming again. You had forgotten that you had stopped. You are not the person you were before. That person does not exist anymore. You are someone who knows what it cost. That knowledge is a kind of protection. Partial, imperfect, better than nothing. Level 10, the rhythm resumes. Your cortisol follows a pattern again. The morning peak returns. The evening descent becomes real. You sleep. You recover. You notice that small problems feel small again. You feel the absence of the hum, that electrical current you lived inside for years. The silence is strange at first. You mistake it for emptiness. It is not emptiness. It is baseline. You had forgotten what it felt like. You are 44 years old. You have a body that carries the record of what you put it through. Elevated markers that don't fully normalize. A hippocampus smaller than it was. A cardiovascular system that ran hot for 2 decades. You cannot undo what was done. You can only stop doing it and carry it and know what it was. Somewhere in an office right now, a person who is 24 years old has just taken on more than they should. They said yes to the promotion. They said yes to the extra project. They said yes to the thing that will become a habit, that will become a posture, that will become their baseline. They feel sharp. They feel capable. They feel the hum. They don't know what it is. They don't know that the system has already started. They will learn. They always do. The rhythm will break before they realize they had one.